Hello everybody. Amrita Civil Services Education Programലേക്ക് ഏവർക്കും സ്വാഗതം. സിവിൽ സർവീസസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമ്മുടെ എല്ലാവരുടെയും ഒരു വലിയ സ്വപ്നമാണ്. ചെറിയൊരു കാര്യവുമല്ല അത് കിട്ടുന്നത് നമുക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാം. 3 മെയിൻ സ്റ്റെപ്സ്: പ്രിലിംസ്, മെയിൻസ് ആൻഡ് ദി ഫൈനൽ ഇന്റർവ്യൂ. അതിലും പ്രിലിംസിനും മെയിൻസിനും പഠിക്കാൻ ഒട്ടും എളുപ്പമല്ല. എങ്കിൽ കൂടി നമുക്കറിയാം ടെക്സ്റ്റ് ബുക്ക് നോളജ്, പിന്നെ വാസ്റ്റ് റീഡിംഗ്, ഇതെല്ലാം നമുക്ക് എങ്ങനെ പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്യണം എന്ന് അറിയാം. പക്ഷേ ഇന്റർവ്യൂ ഫേസ് ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ ഇറ്റ്സ് നോട്ട് എ നോളജ് ടെസ്റ്റ്, ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് എ പേഴ്സണാലിറ്റി ടെസ്റ്റ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ നമുക്ക് ബുക്കുകളിൽ നിന്നുമൊക്കെ അപ്പുറം ത്രൂ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് മാത്രമേ നന്നായി ഇന്റർവ്യൂവിന് നമുക്ക് പെർഫോം ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. അമൃത ഒരുക്കുന്ന ഒരു ഇന്റർവ്യൂ, മെയിനിന്റെ മുമ്പുള്ള ഒരു സെമി മെയിൻ ഇന്റർവ്യൂ ആണ് ഇത്. അതിനു വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് നമ്മുടെ പാനലിൽ വളരെ എമിനന്റ് ആയ കുറച്ച് പേഴ്സണാലിറ്റീസ് ആണുള്ളത്. ഇന്നത്തെ പാനൽ ചെയർ ചെയ്യുന്നത് ശോഭ ഘോഷി മാഡം, IPS, ഇന്ത്യൻ പോസ്റ്റൽ സർവീസ്; Rahul R, IRS, Managing Director, Kerala Academy for Skills Excellence; John Samuel, Advisor, UNDP; N. Prashant, IAS, Collector, Calicut. ഒപ്പം ഡോക്ടർ K. Ampadi, IIS, Managing Director, Kerala State Coastal Area Development Corporation Limited. Hello Anudev.
Hello.
First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Civil service എന്ന ഒരു വലിയൊരു കാര്യത്തിൻ്റെ എന്താ പറയുന്നത്, ഫസ്റ്റ് 2 സ്റ്റെപ്സ് ക്ലിയർ ചെയ്ത് തേർഡ് സ്റ്റെപ്പ് വരെ എത്തി നിൽക്കുകയാണ്. സോ ഐ തിങ്ക് ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് എ ഗ്രേറ്റ് അച്ചീവ്മെന്റ്.
താങ്ക് യു വെരി മച്ച്.
സോ ടെൽ us about yourself. വടകരയിൽ നിന്നാണ് അല്ലേ?
അതെ, എക്സാക്ട്ലി മേപ്പയൂർ എന്നാണ് സ്ഥലത്തിൻ്റെ പേര്. വടകരയിൽ നിന്ന് ഒരു 20 കിലോമീറ്റർ.
ഓ ഓക്കെ, അത്ര ഉണ്ട് അല്ലേ? ശരി, ഓക്കെ.
പയ്യോളിക്ക് അടുത്തായിട്ട് വരും.
അത് ശരി, ഓക്കെ. എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ് ആയിരുന്നു അല്ലേ? NIT കാലിക്കറ്റ്, കമ്പ്യൂട്ടർ സയൻസ് എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ്. ഓക്കെ. ആൻഡ് വീട്ടിലാരൊക്കെയാണുള്ളത്? എങ്ങനെ യുവർ ഫാമിലി മെമ്പേഴ്സ് എല്ലാവരെയും കുറിച്ച്?
അച്ഛൻ, അമ്മ, പിന്നെ ഒരു സിസ്റ്റർ ഉണ്ട്. അവളിപ്പം BDS കഴിഞ്ഞു, നാട്ടിൽ തന്നെ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നു. അച്ഛൻ ഈ മാർച്ച് 31 റിട്ടയർ ചെയ്തു. അമ്മ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. രണ്ടുപേരും ഒരേ സ്കൂളിലായിരുന്നു.
ഓക്കെ. സോ അവരൊക്കെ ഒരുപാട് മോട്ടിവേറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടോ ഇതുപോലെ ഈ സിവിൽ സർവീസ് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ? അതൊക്കെ അവരുടെ ഒരു സ്വപ്നമായിരുന്നോ, അതോ അനുദേവിൽ നിന്നും തന്നെയാണോ ഈ സ്വപ്നം ഉത്ഭവിച്ചത്, അതോ അവരുടെ സ്വപ്നമായിരുന്നോ?
തീർച്ചയായും എല്ലാവർക്കും ആദ്യമായി ഒരു താല്പര്യം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. പിന്നെ എൻ്റെ നാട്ടിൽ നിന്ന് തന്നെ 2012 ബിജിൻ കൃഷ്ണ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരാൾക്ക് IAS കിട്ടി. അപ്പം നമുക്കും ഇൻസ്പിറേഷൻ ആയിരുന്നു അത്.
സോ അതായിരുന്നു മോട്ടിവേറ്റിംഗ് പോയിന്റ്. അതായത് എനിക്കും സിവിൽ സർവീസ് ട്രൈ ചെയ്യണം എന്ന തോന്നിയൊരു പോയിന്റ് അതായിരുന്നു.
തീർച്ചയായും.
സോ ഐ വിഷ് യു ഓൾ ദി ബെസ്റ്റ്.
ഓക്കെ, താങ്ക് യു. May I come in, sir? Good afternoon, madam. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Take a seat.
Thank you.
Anudev.
Yes, ma'am.
From tech world to civil service.
Yes, madam.
Huh? Why did you want to make that shift? What inspired you to?
First inspiration is like I had this plan initially itself just after completed my 10th standard.
Okay.
But the main inspiration is like in 2012, one from my native place itself, one Bijan Krishna IAS, he got through into this service. So that was the main inspiration to get into this.
You like your present job too?
Yes, definitely I liked it. That's why I was working there for last 4 years.
Okay.
I tried from there itself, but I couldn't place that much time into this, and so I could not concentrate on much into this. So I thought of why should I leave and try at least 1 year.
You know, your biodata shows that you were very active with cultural activities in college.
Yes.
But interestingly, in the once you have joined some kind of a career, you have switched to sports in a big way. Squash and cricket and things like that.
Sports was there always with me.
Okay.
And cricket was there always.
Yes.
And squash is like I was staying in an apartment there.
Yeah.
So there they had that squash ground.
Okay.
That setup was there. So it was an easy game. Just one room is enough. So it will be easy to play in that there, and the atmosphere was really good. And there they were providing some coaching kind of stuff. So I just joined. And
if you say squash is very easy, that means you are physically very fit.
Not in that sense.
Then,
I mean,
isn't it a lot of running around?
Infrastructure required for squash is.
How easy was it for you to pick up the game?
No, it is not that easy to play the game. It's a really tiring game, and if the opponent is a very good player,
Yes.
it's very difficult to match with him.
Okay. And what about cricket? You used to play
Yes, madam.
from school?
From school levels.
Is that why you like watching cricket?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
And who is your favorite player?
Sachin Tendulkar.
Sachin Tendulkar.
Yes.
Why?
He's the one who changed the game itself. Like, because the kind of hard work and he put to become the number one. Maybe we cannot say he's the number one in all respect, but from at least number one in India because of the kind of hard work he put and the commitment he put in order to become that, in order to improve his talent. And he became the number one in the world as a batsman. Maybe at least in this
You
new
rate
generation.
him as the number one.
Yes, ma'am, definitely.
You don't think Ricky Ponting and the other people matter at all?
They are also have various skills, but for me, Sachin Tendulkar is number one.
For you, Sachin Tendulkar
Yes,
is
madam.
one. What about Sunil Gavaskar? There's a big school of thought that thinks that it's Gavaskar who changed the perception of people towards Indian cricket. You haven't thought of the history of it?
Not much, ma'am.
Not much. So now that Sachin Tendulkar has retired, would you give up watching cricket?
Kind of.
Kind
I
of.
would say yes.
So you are
Not
very,
a hardcore
you're a die-hard.
Follower now.
You're not so much of a follower.
not much.
Okay. So it's Tendulkar more than cricket that is what inspired you.
Maybe like that, but those time I was watching others players as well.
Yeah, okay.
Then since I got into the office work and all those stuff, I couldn't follow that much by watching cricket. But I used to check Cricinfo website and newspaper cuttings and all those things.
Oh, okay. But what do you do in your role in the cricket team? What are you, a batsman, bowler, all-rounder?
Bowler.
You're a bowler. Fast, slow, medium?
Medium, fast.
Medium fast. So you're not a batsman a la Tendulkar?
No.
No. Okay.
Somebody has written a very interesting history of cricket.
Okay.
Are you familiar with that? There's a very famous historian.
No, sir.
Are you familiar with any of the works of Ramchandra Guha?
Yes.
Which are those books
India
on
after Gandhi. Then
Did you read that?
I couldn't complete that book. I read for
Was it
academic purpose. Like
Is it too big, or for your preparation you looked at it?
on the preparation oriented way, I just gone through that book. So as an academic point of view only, I just read it because there are some topics can be asked from that book.
Which is the latest book you read?
Subhash Chandran's Manushyanu Ramugam.
What do you think about Arachar?
Arachar, I couldn't read that book, but since it is getting so much of importance in this new world, so it should be definitely a very good book.
You have not read it. How do you say that it should be a very good book?
It's already completed 50,000 copies, and today they are going to celebrate it. I just read in paper yesterday.
Okay, so what do you think about Facebook? How does it affect the generation, both in terms of literature, the social networking and literature? Is there any connection? Is there any new trends happening?
There are some writers who focuses based on the social networking kind of background for their novels or short stories, and there are many writers who write exclusively in their blogs and network. Basically based on online writers are there. Lot of online writers and some groups of writers, they just combine their short stories and then they publishers. Like that, there are a lot of writers there. M. Mukundan also wrote one novel based on this, like Nrittam.
What do you think are the major social issues in India?
One major issue is poverty, atrocities against women, then health issues were there. Then
what health issues?
Every Indians are not getting the kind of treatment others are getting. Like the poorest section of in our country still not able to get the very good health treatments in the hospitals because of they don't have that much of money with them, or because of, and they are not able to access that kind of hospitals, big hospitals and all those things.
Why do you think people are poor?
As today's India, we just have a 66 years of old only, I mean after independence. So from their time onwards we were depending on, basically we are an agrarian country, agriculture dependent country, and the kind of, so basically everybody was depending on agriculture. More than 50% of Indians were depending on agriculture, and agriculture used to get failed because of climate issues, and their investment won't be that great and their savings won't be that great, so it affects them in all respect, including in the health matters as well.
So it's because of the agriculture people are poor, or it's because of the climate change or weather change? What is the difference between weather change and climate change?
Weather is the short term changes in the atmosphere, and climate change is like we measure it for a long term at a particular place for a little more bigger time frame. If there is some changes,
what is climate change?
At a particular place, if the atmospheric conditions like temperature, pressure, etc. are changing for a long period of time, then we consider.
Have you heard about IPCC?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change.
What does they do?
They are studying on climate change.
So what is it?
I am not exactly sure exactly what they are doing, but
what is the difference between human development and sustainable development?
Sustainable development is, even though we are developing, the environment is not getting affected too much, so it won't affect the nature and the earth conditions, and in a way we are also developing.
Okay.
Human development, we are not considering the other aspects, like our backgrounds, like these kind of things.
You think that feminism is actually bad for Indian culture?
From ancient history and from mythology onwards, our culture was not worshipping, we had given exceptional position for women.
What is exceptional position? What does Manusmriti say?
Yeah, what Manu has told about the freedom of women.
I am not able to recall it now, sir.
Anitya, can you tell me what is big data?
Big data, I don't know, sir.
The modern database parlance, there is something called as big data. There is something called as big data analytics. Have you heard of that?
I don't know, sir.
Okay. What is net neutrality?
Net neutrality is basically providing internet content like without any kind of restrictions, like the speed or the availability of particular websites. We should not block some particular websites or the content based on the money we pay or something like that. All the websites should be accessible in the same manner. Yes.
So what was this recent issue where Airtel had given some offer and there was so much of public outcry in the social media?
Yes.
What was the issue actually?
It was like Airtel Zero they introduced. It is like they will provide some kind of extra benefits, like they will give more access to some particular websites, so that
It's more access or free access?
Free access, and the customers don't have to pay anything for that, but Flipkart kind of companies, they will pay the money for Airtel for that particular
that
services.
is good. So customers don't need to pay, so it's available freely. So what is the issue?
The issue is like, suppose Flipkart is providing some particular item for 100 rupees, and if we are having Airtel mobile, they will direct us to Flipkart, but the same might be available in some other online stores for less than that, or maybe a better quality product will be there for that particular price. So in a way it cheats customer, I feel. Like
the customer is benefiting, isn't it? The customer can choose.
Network always directs the customer to a particular content.
No, network is not directing. No? That particular access mode is free.
Yes.
There is no charge. So isn't that advantageous to the customer? That's the point that the panelist has made.
Immediately when we think, we will feel like, yeah, it's an advantage and we don't have to pay anything. But in the long term, like, it will monopolize that particular company and all our accesses will be towards that particular company or that particular website.
What
and
stops other companies from taking a similar route? Let it become free for everyone.
suppose if I start a new company, I also have to pay to that particular network provider in order to have a free access to my website. So since as a startup companies, they might not be able to provide that kind of
See,
extra facilities.
as a customer, as a buyer, I am not concerned in encouraging startups. I only want cheaper products.
Yes.
If I am saving money, what is your problem with it?
Yeah, you are a very ardent fan of cricket.
Yes.
What is our national game like?
Particularly, we don't have any national game.
India don't have a national game.
That's what my knowledge. That's what I think. But
No, it's hockey. No.
yes, hockey we consider as national game, but I don't think
Is it hockey or kabaddi?
hockey.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You are not
Somewhere
sure.
I had read like we don't have any particular game as a national game, something like that. But I
Yeah,
couldn't
what I
recall
was
right
coming to that is this whole cricket, it is administered by a particular body.
Yes.
It's called the BCCI.
BCCI.
So what is BCCI stands for?
now. Board of Cricket Control of India.
Yeah, it's a private body.
Yes.
Government does not have any stake in that. No, BCCI is taking all the revenues of the cricket and they are managing the whole show.
Yes.
How can we say this is a national game? And we are actually, the people are being fooled by saying that they are national players. They are playing for a particular organization. They are not paying for the country. In that case, Sachin has never paid for India. He has just played for BCCI, right?
Maybe like all other games also we have some kind of federation kind of stuff setups, like for football we have federations, hockey federation we have, boxing federation we have.
But those are all affiliated under the Olympic Committee, under Olympic Association. Here you don't have anything. Cricket is not included in Olympics. So the government hasn't even recognized it, isn't it?
Yes.
So then Sachin is not a national player. Again,
But it
Anitha,
is
I
Board
wanted
of
to ask.
Cricket Control of India, right? It's not.
It's a
Board
private
of Cricket Control of
organization. It's a
Chennai
private
or
organization.
Cement.
It's private organization. Now, Anitha, I want to ask you one more thing. You got 12th rank in the SSLC
Yes, sir.
examination. How important do you think the ranking system and the present SSLC system is there, considering the recent controversy you had in your state? Is it required that we need to have an SSLC, or people can directly go from there to 11th, 12th? Why do you need an examination?
Examination, we always need some kind of examination. It is the assessment to test where you are standing. So we definitely need an examination, but I don't think we need a ranking system anyway, because
No, ranking system is not anymore
yes,
there.
yes, that's a very good concept. I feel even in my college it was like only grading system was there. So
Would you
that
like to take away
it
the
reduces
ranking
the
system in UPSC exams also?
it's a competitive exam, so we cannot avoid a ranking system there, because based on the ranks only they can award the various kinds of posts in the administrative level, right? So wherever we need numbers, that particular numbers, there we have to have the ranking system.
So you are basically a computer engineer.
Yes, sir.
Are you doing anything related to what you studied in your college? You are doing programming, right?
Yes, sir.
So isn't it a waste of national resources? You studied in a prestigious institute like NIT,
Yes.
and you are doing something which has got nothing, connected with what you studied. And again, you are trying for some other job. You are trying to get into the civil services, which again has got nothing to do with engineering. What do you say?
But in every engineering colleges they are providing some kind of basics, and they can develop on that base. They can develop in the whilst they get into some jobs. So I don't think engineering syllabus is a waste or something like that.
Has engineering degree fallen down to such standard that it has become a general degree. It has become just a general. We thought it was a professional degree. You take up that profession.
Yes.
You do say medicine, and then you become a doctor.
Yes.
Nowadays, what's happening is you do engineering and you do nothing related to engineering.
Yes, definitely, because of the number of colleges increased and the kind of intakes. So there are some kind of.
But even people from reputed institutions like NIT, people like you, you are also not able to find a job that is, that has got something to do with engineering.
But I worked for 4 years, and that was completely related to engineering only.
Seriously,
Yes.
what did you do?
I was working in HP networking as a automation test engineer. So I have to write scripts.
It is programming, no? It's coding.
It's coding only,
It's coding.
but
Now, did you study coding in college? You studied computer science and engineering.
yes, sir.
Was it coding?
There is one paper on C language, but whatever coding I did, I was not doing in C language. That is the point.
Yeah,
but
that's the whole point.
So 4 years you did something else.
But we had some basic knowledge on DBMS or operating system, networking, and compilers, etc. So those things, maybe if somebody else is joining in Oracle, there he might be helpful with this DBMS basics. If somebody else is joining in Microsoft or something like that, there the OS concept, they have to use it. So
What is crowdsourcing?
I'm not sure, sir.
What's cloud computing?
Cloud computing is something like the applications will be and softwares will be ready in the internet. From there we can access based on our requirements. Like we don't need a very equipped hardware in order to have that kind of facility. For example, if we need Microsoft Word, we have to buy it and install in our computer. In this cloud computing case, we don't have to buy it. We can get it from the cloud. Google is providing some Google similar to Google Microsoft Word. Those kind of applications we can use it, and we can store our data also in the cloud. I mean in the internet.
So where is the actual data stored? It has to be stored somewhere in some hardware.
Yes.
Where is
definitely.
that?
It will be with the MNC's servers.
So that is a big risk for the data, right? Data security is at threat.
But if the data, based on the secrecy of the data, and only we can use these kind of facilities. Like if we need to, if the data is so secure and secret, then we should keep it in our.
What are the
private
security
facilities.
aspects which is available with cloud computing? What are the new things which are coming up so that cloud computing data is also safe? Can you enumerate a few?
There will be kind of password protections, etc. will be there, but I'm not sure about the exact details.
Okay, you are a medium fast bowler.
Yes.
So your god is Sachin.
Yes.
You are getting a chance to do a bowling to Sachin.
Okay.
You are going only one bowl.
Okay.
You can bowl once to Sachin.
Okay.
He is ready to bat. How would you bowl to him? What sort of bowl?
I will bowl a Yorker towards closer to his leg.
Why?
Because I am good in bowling like that.
But he is good at flicking it. No?
Yes, sir. But I had to do my best, right? Whatever the opponent might be in his best position, but since I got only one ball, I think I had to do my best ball.
So when you compare Rahul Dravid and Sachin Tendulkar, people always say Dravid is a technically perfect player. So
Yes.
that means Sachin has got some technical weakness. As sir was asking, what is the weakness you feel is there for Sachin Tendulkar?
I think in playing bouncers he is not that great. Once he loses 3-4 balls continuously, he will get into immense pressure. That kind of situation used to be there.
Do you think that India should have a permanent seat in UN Security Council?
As a growing nation and as an Indian, I would definitely say yes, but I'm not sure whether the current permanent nations will be.
No. Do you feel that India has a right?
Yes, sir.
Why? Can you explain?
Okay. Because we already have more than 130 crore people. It's like 1/5 of the entire world is with us, and we
we need a position in UN Security Council.
So by population control, we might lose the seat as well.
Not like that, and we have very good rapport with the other countries as well.
Which country?
Which country? All we have trouble with all our neighbors. Not even one neighbor we have a trouble-free relationship.
But in third world countries, I feel like we have a definite voice.
Which third world country?
In African countries.
Why do you call it third world? What do you mean by third world?
Which are the first world and the second world?
First world is the developed countries. Second, I guess, developing countries, and least developed comes in third world. I'm not able to recall exactly.
Least developed countries and third world are different. Different concept. They are different concepts.
Is there a fourth world also?
I'm not sure, sir.
So, which third world country is, very much with us, as you said, India, the growing nation? Which is the one?
Not just third world countries, I feel.
No, just give one third world country.
Third world countries. You tell us.
Can you name 5 diplomatic failures of independent India?
One is our relationship with China, because Nehru never expected that China will attack us. So
You just name.
okay.
So you mean the Chinese aggression?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Then we went to UN regarding this Kashmir issue. That was also another. We failed in the relationship with Sri Lanka and Maldives as well.
You mean IPKF?
IPKF.
So 3.
With Maldives, what?
Over dependent with Nasheed, I guess it made some kind of problems. Otherwise, that GMR issue and all those things might not have come.
How do you assess that? It's a diplomatic.
That's what, sir. I am not able to substantiate that point, but I feel like that.
You feel that is also a failure?
Yes, yes.
Okay, then give one more failure. We need 5. No?
Yes.
Even though we were a non-alignment country, the West thought that we were too much dependent on the USSR kind of thing. So the Americans were keeping some kind of distance with us.
So the friendly relation with Russia is another failure.
Not the friendly relationship with Russia. Because of that, we lost some kind of friendly relationship with the Western countries.
Is it a failure?
A partial fail, I feel.
Okay, but you don't seem to consider our relationship with Pakistan as a failure at all. Our inability to have a good relation with our neighbor Pakistan, it doesn't figure in your top 5. You think it's insignificant, or we have been very successful with Pakistan? What is your take on that?
Yes, sir. Actually, I missed that point. It was a big failure in the sense, like, because Pakistan is always our sister country. So
why sister country?
I thought it was a brother.
Sorry?
Why do you call it a
brother
sister
country?
Why not a brother?
Because I feel like Earth is, we consider Earth and Bharat Mata. So
Who said Bharat is mother?
I used to say Bharat Mata ki jai only. Bharat
But
Pida ki
Pakistan
jai.
was created out of India, so it should be our daughter, isn't it?
Have you heard of Khalasis?
Yes, sir.
What is Khalasi? No, you are
They
coming
are
from Calicut, so you
located
should be
in
knowing.
Baipur, and they do physical activities using pulleys and all those things. And
What is the speciality of them? Why are they important?
Where are they from?
Baipur.
Is that their origin, place of origin?
I'm not sure that.
Have
What
you
do-
heard of bar dancers?
Yes.
Bar dancers have been kind of banned in Mumbai. What's your opinion on that? Should they be allowed to dance, or should the ban continue?
I think the ban should continue, because in order to protect the woman and in order to keep, like,
By preventing dancing, how do you protect womanhood?
these women used to get embarrassed, I feel.
Why? How do you know that? They used to get embarrassed. They can also dance. It's a right to expression.
Yes,
Body.
yes.
Then?
Do you support cheer girls in IPL?
Cheer girls, no, sir.
Why?
And there also it's the same.
No, they are not embarrassed, no? They are doing it.
They're very happy.
They are cheerful.
But
And
that's
they are
all
being paid well?
based on the money they are getting, I feel. It's all acting. That's what I feel. I don't think nobody will do.
Do you feel that movies generally should be banned?
No, sir.
Right?
They are also acting. They are getting money.
That is for the. They are acting.
They also dance.
Yes, sir.
So should we ban dance in films?
If the dance is in the good manner, then I don't think we
What
should
is the
ban it
good
like
manner dance?
If you do away with the dance, what happens to them? You said that, you know,
Yes, sir,
it
that-
embarrasses
I was
the
coming
girls.
into that.
Yeah. So if you
Actually,
do away with the dance, then
yes.
what happens to them?
From the economic and perspective, there are problems.
We want to ban nightclubs where you have partying happening.
I
Right?
never been to any nightclubs. I just saw these things only in TV. So I'm not the right
You
person.
have been there for 4 years. You haven't even one single.
No, sir. I never been to any
no.
pub.
Okay, your friends must have gone there at least.
Yes, some people used to go.
Yeah, so they enjoy the life there. They dance.
Whether these pubs should be banned?
You watch a lot of Malayalam movies.
Yes, sir.
Tell me one methodical actor and one natural actor.
Typical actor is Mammootty.
And what is the reason for that?
His acting style is like he learned it and then he is acting. That kind of feeling we will get. In case of Mohanlal, it just comes as natural.
Now, how do you know this when you watch a movie? How do you know what was the background work they did? But you are only seeing what they are doing.
But if I watch just one movie of Mammootty and Mohanlal, I won't be able to say in this. But from my experiences with their movies and what I read about these people, Mammootty and Mohanlal, I felt like that.
Which is your favorite movie?
Piravi is one of the favorite movie.
Okay. You watch Formula 1 car race.
Yes, sir.
What is this Formula 1?
Formula 1 is the number one car race in conducted by the FIA. Like there are Formula 2 and
what is the difference between Formula 1 and 2?
I am not sure exactly why they call it that particular thing Formula 1, other Formula 2.
Do you support prohibition? Prohibition of alcohol. Are you supporting closure of bars?
I will be supporting the closure of bar. If it is closing, it is not going to be available to the entire society. Now it is like 5-star bars are opened and 3-star.
No, I am
up to
asking
3-star
whether you will
closing.
support complete closure of bars. Any availability of alcohol will be completely finished off. Any opportunity of drinking is finished off. You will support such a situation. We will ban alcohol altogether.
Yes, sir. Provided if it is not going to be available in the black market as well, then I will definitely support. Now, otherwise it is like it will be available in the black market and we are losing a big revenue as
Do you
tax.
support cow slaughter, or do you want cow slaughter to be banned?
No, sir. I don't want to be banned.
You don't want that to be banned.
No.
Why?
In our directive principle, it is saying the milks animals should not be slaughtered for the animal husbandry's development. But in this, like, if it is banned based on an appeasement to some particular group of people or something like that, then it is not a good way forward for our country. That's what I felt.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Anudev.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank
We
you.
meet once again. So, എങ്ങനെയുണ്ടായിരുന്നു ഇന്റർവ്യൂ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ഓൾ ടുഗെദർ?
വളരെ നല്ല എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ആയിരുന്നു സത്യം പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ. ഒരു
ടെൻഷൻ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നോ ഓൾ ത്രൂ ഔട്ട്?
തീർച്ചയായും ടെൻഷൻ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. പിന്നെ
നല്ലപോലെ ആലോചിച്ച് ആണ് ഉത്തരമൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞത്? കാരണം ഒത്തിരിയും പോസസ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു, അതാ ചോദിച്ചത്. ഒത്തിരി നന്നായി ആലോചിച്ചിട്ട് തന്നെ ഉത്തരം പറയുന്നത് പോലെയാണ് തോന്നിയത്.
കുറേയൊക്കെ ആലോചിച്ച് പറയാനുള്ള പോസായിരുന്നു. കുറച്ച് നമ്മുടെ ലാംഗ്വേജിന്റെ ഒരു പ്രോബ്ലത്തിന്റെ കൂടെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
ആദ്യമേ പറഞ്ഞല്ലോ, കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷൻ ഇസ് സംതിങ് യു നീഡ് ടു വർക്ക് ഓൺ.
എന്നാലും കുഴപ്പമില്ല.
UPSC മെയിൻ ഇന്റർവ്യൂവിന്റെ ബോർഡ് എങ്ങനെയായിരിക്കും നമുക്ക് ആർക്കും അറിയില്ല. സോ അതെന്തായാലും നന്നായി തന്നെ വരട്ടെ എന്ന് പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കാം. ഓവറോൾ ഹൗ ഡു യു റേറ്റ് യുവർ സെൽഫ് ഓൺ ദിസ് പെർഫോമൻസ് ഓൺ 10?
On 10 maybe 7.
7 on 10. Okay, not bad. So I think let's wait for the assessments. ഇനി വരാൻ പോകുന്ന സെഗ്മെന്റ് ആണ് ഏറ്റവും യൂസ്ഫുൾ ആയിട്ടുള്ള സെഗ്മെന്റ്. അവർ പറയാൻ പോകുന്ന അസസ്മെന്റ്സ് ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് ഒക്കെ വളരെ പോസിറ്റീവായി എടുക്കുക. ഓക്കെ, ആൻഡ് ട്രൈ ആൻഡ് ഇംപ്രൂവ് ഓൺ ഓൾ ഓഫ് ദാറ്റ്. ഓക്കെ, സോ വിഷ് യു ഓൾ ദി ബെസ്റ്റ്. ദെയർ യു ഗോ ഫോർ യുവർ അസസ്മെന്റ്.
Okay, thank you.
So, Anudev,
Yes.
how did you feel the interview went from your perspective?
I was more comfortable in this interview. I already had 3 mock interviews, but here
Why don't you look?
I didn't had that much of tension here.
When you talk, if you are looking and talking, it will be better.
Look at your eyes.
Eyes and talking.
അത് എന്താ പറയാ, നമ്മളെ ആൻസറുകളെ കുറിച്ച്
No, stick to English. Stick to English. That's the issue. Look
That's what
straight.
we would
Look
like
at
to
everybody.
Giving your interview in English or Malayalam?
yes English. I thought since it is feedback session, I thought
No,
So
no.
you
yes.
wrote
Only feedback.
what did you write
Till
in
the interview,
Okay.
you speak only English,
Okay,
because
sure,
you
sure.
need to be a bit more fluent,
okay, sure.
and also you should get the right words at the right time.
Yes.
For that, unless you stick to speaking to English, you will not be able to get that fluency.
Yes.
That shows.
Yes.
Okay.
You need to express yourself. For that, you need the language.
Yes, sir.
Unless and until you continuously speak, that can stop you from expressing.
Yes, sir.
Whenever possible, wherever possible, you speak in English.
Okay, sure.
Otherwise, every day morning you take your newspaper, Hindu newspaper, and identify 2-3 issues. Maybe it is postal bank or the Nepal crisis or India's entry to UN Security Council. What are any of those issues? Or identify at least 100 issues, which from where questions can be asked, right from your biodata to international affairs. And every day stand before the mirror and you start speaking. Just continuously speak. If you are not able to find a person with whom you can automatically converse,
Yes.
then at least do this.
You'll be preparing with your friends.
Yes,
Your
sir.
friends also who are giving the civil service interview.
Yes.
So between you people, you
between
should
the group we
always
started
try to
talking in
speak in
English.
English, so that suddenly one day you are finding
yes.
yourself speaking a altogether different language. That doesn't help.
Yes.
I think when you were asked about Human Development Index and Human Development and Sustainable Development, I don't know whether you know the answers or whether you knew it and forgot to tell the answers. Because sustainable development, you said something vaguely you could convey, but human development you didn't touch at all. Either you forgot or you said the background, other things are not considered. That's it. That's not human development. Human development, what is the definition? You should know these basic things.
When certain questions are posed to you, I mean, we are actually looking at your response. It's an opportunity for you to express yourself, to unravel your personality before the board, because it is a question of self-marketing. So you are given an opportunity.
Yes.
When I am asking you a question on what sort of a ball you will bowl to Sachin,
Yes.
actually I am giving you a bouncer.
Ah.
So actually you should not duck it.
Yeah.
You should hit it for a bouncer. You should hit it for a sixer. So I mean, you can say so many things.
And when that Facebook and literature question was asked, Facebook is kind of an opportunity where everybody could write something.
Yes. Yes.
You never connected that. You were talking about some other things. You first try to frame it in your mind and then try to express it. That is very important.
No, you can bring your analytical sort of ability into this, because as Sachin is there, he has been there for 25 years,
Yes.
and most of the times he was out by this. So that is supposed to be his weakest point. So I will try to attack there. But your argument is also good that I will use my best ball. That is also there. But you should don't actually just finish off that question. Take it as an opportunity.
okay.
It is an area. Actually, we are asking you a question from an area in which you have written that you are very comfortable with. So rarely that happens.
Yes,
In the
yes.
interview board, they
Okay,
will
okay.
ask you so many things which are, I mean, not at all from your own areas of
Yes,
interest.
yes.
So when
This
you are getting a question
Halas
from your
is
own
they
topic,
make that Bepur Uru, that Arabian, though, and they are genetically from the Arabic background.
Yemen or something.
Yemen. Yeah. So this is basic thing from Calicut.
Yes,
You try
yes.
to learn that. You used some words like setup, like, and so many words.
No,
you are
no, that
repeating.
is something,
Don't
you
use
kept on talking something like that. Something like that. You are stuck with some, sensei more better. So there is a very important, I mean, you know, you come across as a very sincere guy, sincere man, you know, your answers and all those things are very nice, and also one gets a feeling that you know it, but you are struggling to
express
get it right. So that is, there is, seems to be a gap between your own thinking and articulation. So that gap, in interview it matters, because you know, towards the end of the day, it's your personality.
Yes, yes.
It's your body language.
Yes.
And confident people can look into the eyes in a very friendly way,
Yes, yes.
not in an intimidating way. But sometimes, you know, you don't look. Sometimes, you know, of course, the real sitting arrangement may be different.
Yes.
So that's very important. Things you do not know, you should never say something like that. I am not sure, sir. You know, so he said that I do not know one word. You know, that's fine. You know. But then you beat around the bush, and then you say,
I have read somewhere that there is no national game.
yeah, that is
It's a very
that is-
vague and
that is very
total
wrong.
unnecessary.
And the
statement.
moment you do it, you are
And
in the trap.
India has a national game. It's hockey.
You have to really work on your language. That's the major. And you know, then just feel it is. You know, and some of those facts and figures, this kind of questions which you about earthquake, about new land acquisition controversies, people may ask about it. You know, if you Malayalam as a classical language, people may ask. So you need to have that, and you know, you have to have prepared very crisp, short answer. So I mean, sometimes it was short, but we were not sure because you couldn't speak, or it was genuinely short.
See, like questions like net neutrality, it is your fault. I mean, you
Yes,
could have
yes.
taken it to a different level.
Yes.
You just left it like that.
And at least because of the language problem, it's best to prepare, as Dr. Bhatti said. You best to prepare something on all these important topics, so that you know your first response is okay, and you don't open yourself up to unnecessary thing. And then, like net issues and all, you can build up further. That's important. And
Makes-
please don't say that after Tendulkar I don't watch cricket. You have written everywhere it's your interest.
Yes.
Okay. So I know it's maybe the truth, but to give up a I mean, you can't have a
not a
hobby linked to cricket.
Hardcore fan now. Whenever time gets, I watch.
But like that in interview, you know, things like to the thing, you know, informal language. Okay. You know, that's, you know, that kind of conversation, you have to have a sense of, you have to be serious, but at the same time engaging and light.
Okay.
Oh, that's, so you have to be at yourself, but be cool. But when you, it's a formal process. So the language, the way you use language matters.
The
The
best
choice of words.
The best thing, as ma'am said, is you prepare well for your resume. Prepare it in good English.
Okay.
You repeated that, and then you will have a basic things ready. So any question comes, and the first question you will be able to pretty well make it. Then you can just, based on your knowledge level, you can carry it forward.
Yeah. So what you need to do is prepare an exhaustive list of questions that could come based on the resume, and prepare answers and get it vetted also. You just say those sentences and ensure that those are grammatically correct also, so that you feel a bit more confident. Prepare, write down the answers, ensure that those are grammatically correct. Those are the best usages possible.
Okay.
Just know those sentences to yourself. That will take care of the initial few balls. Later on, of course, the bowling would be different, so we can't predict.
And also, be sure that you are speaking, putting across an answer leading to something that you will be able to defend, not just any answer. You know, that you have thought it out, and this is what you want to say.
You know, dancing is not a bad thing. If women feel like dancing, they have the right to dance. If you deprive them of that opportunity, what about their livelihood? There is a theory that they will be pushed into prostitution. The very same women who are dancing in the Mumbai bars.
Yes.
So see, if it's a dignified way of earning a living, who are we to impose our standards? That is the point. Now cheer girls are dancing and you don't have any problem. You watch cricket, you enjoy cricket, they are dancing there, no issues.
And they wear much less clothes
Yeah.
in public, isn't it? And we have no issues with that.
UN Security Council question, you could have answered it very well. You know, There, I mean, why? I mean, India should be there on the UN Security Council. It could have been an analytical answer with giving points 1, 2, 3 like that. But you said third world countries, this thing, that thing. You went away.
Finally, the marking. We tend to be generous. Keeping that in mind, you have scored only 185 out of 275.
Okay.
That means that your articulation and the way you express your thoughts on various issues you have to really work at it. Okay. There's still time.
Okay.
But as we said, all kinds of suggestions have been given to you. Do take it up. Okay. And speak only in English to everybody.
Yeah, sure.
So that the language just comes more naturally. You don't have to think of English as an issue when you are speaking. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All the best.